I'm here with Seth Burton from the LA Clippers. So Seth, what exactly do you do for the LA Clippers?
Well, I'm Assistant Director of Communications for the Clippers, and work in our Communications Department, which serves as our Public Relations Department. I primarily work on all written materials for the team. I do the team game notes, which are a pack of information that goes out to the media before every game. Work on all the team publications, program, yearbook. Also serve as editorial head for our team website and social media, as well as help out and serve as a team liaison with the media, with the players, things like that.
Okay, great. So some actually big news happened today with AEG. How do you think the sale of AEG is going to affect the Staples Center where the Clippers are home?
Well, it's a great question. I think now it's all kind of new, so I think there's a lot of up in the air, obviously, with that. But I don't think the Staples Center is going anywhere. So I think that the Clippers will still be there for quite some time. And but yeah, it's a huge in terms of in the sports world and the entertainment world. Just having AEG, potentially be up for sale is a huge thing. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Okay, so you've been with the Clippers since 2006.
Yes.
How exactly did you get started in the sports industry?
Well, I've always wanted to work in the sports industry. First of all, ever since I was young, I wanted to work primarily as a journalist, as a sports reporter, and so I kind of have always kind of started my career doing that. I worked even in high school as covering high school sports for my high school. Worked for the Washington Redskins. I worked for 2 newspapers as a sports reporter, and then from there I transitioned into working in the Washington Redskins media department, helping out primarily with their team magazine, and then kind of from there I joined I don't know, 3 or 4 different other teams. Worked in Major League Soccer, in the NFL, and then in the NBA with the Clippers.
Okay, so we are in Southern California. There are a lot of different sports teams that are around here. Do you think for students that are in Southern California have an advantage or a disadvantage because it is so competitive?
That it definitely cuts both ways. I mean, where I went to college was James Madison University, which is in a small town in Virginia, and so there wasn't all the opportunities. There probably, like you said, wasn't as much competition. I do think that in the end, students in Southern California come out on top because not only there's so many sports teams, but there's so many other events. I mean, there's so many colleges, there's so many random events, tournaments here, beach volleyball, marathons. I mean, there really are so many opportunities for students to get their feet wet and to learn anything about the sports business. So I think it's absolutely an advantage to be in such a great area where there's so much stuff to do.
Okay, so do you have any advice for students who are wanting to get into the journalism aspect of the sports industry? Yeah,
I mean, I think that there's a lot of things you can do, but I think that the most important thing is to just do something. You know, it's really, especially if you're a student, the number one kind of the piece of advice that I gave tonight and that I give out, I would say is when you're first starting out, get involved at your school. Get involved right here at Cal State Fullerton, because there's a lot of great, to build your resume, there's a lot of great opportunities that this school offers. And then take it from there. But you need to get involved with something. You can't kind of sit around here during your time in college and then when you're a senior say, hey, I want to work for the Lakers, the Clippers, that'd be great. You can't, that's not going to work. You need to start at the bottom. You might need to wear a mascot suit, who knows, but you need to do something, and I think that's, that's the number one piece of advice I'd give.
Yeah, so that's really great advice, because I think that one of the problems is when people are done with college, then they go, okay, I want my dream job, and that doesn't always necessarily happen. So I think that's really great advice for ETC members and just other students. So thank you so much for being part of our panel. We really appreciate it. So thank you.
Absolutely, thank you very much.